What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Easy back with another video, and today I'm making a part 2 to a video that I did like 6 months ago, almost a year, something like that. But this is part 2 to Characters That Deserve Better, right? So with that being said, playing my theme music. First up on the list, we have Penny Proud. Honestly speaking, Penny's probably like one of the worst friend groups I've ever seen in cartoons / fiction ever, son. Like, she had to deal with the girl sisters who were just the bullies for everybody, but Loki was her better friends. Sticky was literally her only true friend. La Cienega was her frenemy, so they really honestly didn't fuck with each other off the rip, but that's neither here nor there. Zoe's a follower, and Dejanay is the most trifling hoe ever, dog. I swear to God, but I can make a whole video on her, which I probably will next video. So, Penny had to deal with all that bullshit on top of dealing with everything else that was going on in her whole fucking, life. Penny deserves so much better. At least deserve a better friend group, but hey. Next we got Ginger from As Told by Ginger. First of all, W show, very underrated Nickelodeon show. It was like Degrassi, but like animated, you feel me? I don't know if that made sense, but it made sense to me. But Ginger, Loki had worse friends than Penny, dog. Like, who needs enemies when your own true best friend will cross you at every given moment, bruh? Y'all know the term loose lips sink ships? That is Dodie. That bitch literally will air out Ginger shit the entire time.
I know everything about Ginger, starting with her love of smiley-faced pajamas and ending with her irrational fear of the Tooth Fairy.
Right. I think she mentioned those to Courtney.
Well, Courtney certainly doesn't know about Frizzy Lizzie's.
Did I hear Frizzy Lizzie just now?
But Ginger would never tell anyone else about her red, hairy legs that her mom won't let her shave. Oh.
Fire drills are great for gossip.
And Ginger had to take that shit on the chin like a man. Like, I'm like, bruh, leave this girl alone. And then her fucking, you know what, I can deep dive on this shit like another video, but like, just know her friends do her dirty the entire show, bro. The entire show. Like, fucking, I'm not gonna explain. Dodie's a bitch. She fucking just airs out her shit all the time. Darren, her best friend, the whole time, and they eventually got together. When he got a glow up out of nowhere, the nigga cheated on her for the next bitch. And then all of a sudden her appendix break, and then he took her to the hospital all in the same day. Son, Ginger deserves so much better, dog. That shit made no damn sense. How she got crossed by her damn closest friends the entire time. Oh, so terrible. Sticking with Nickelodeon, I have Korra. Now, everybody just seems to have like these weird think pieces, whatever, about Korra. I'm just like, y'all have a lot of unwarranted hate for like Korra. I get it. The writers did like the most dirty shit and just love writing Korra in the worst way. So like the first season, it was cool because it showed that, she was a teenager that was isolated from the world for good reasons, but like isolated from the world, and she tried to figure it out on her own. Fair. It was fair. But like season 2, it just put her shit to like down the fucking toilet, bro. Made her unbearable, more naive than an actual 12-year-old. Like, she lost the avatar state. I can see why people hate her so much. But for me, I say give her grace for like excluding book 2, because I 100% agree that shit was just absolutely trash. She did cause her own problems, but then eventually she matured and figured this shit out. Like, niggas gotta go through this progressions and shit like that. It was real life shit. The shit that happened in her world, it happened. Like, it came down on her and she finally learned. So I was like, hey, B, look, at least you know that you learned and you fucked up royally. It is what it is, but like, do I think she's a better avatar than Aang and all that? No. But do I think she deserves so much hate that she gets? Not really. Not really, because I can make, which I probably will, like, who's the worst avatar, and honestly speaking, Korra has an argument that she's not the worst, but then again, she still doesn't warrant all that hate. Like, the writers really did fuck her up. Like, I don't know what their assertion are getting her ass beat, but like, damn. She did not deserve all that. Next on the list is from my favorite anime, Naruto, and it is Neji and Rock Lee. I'm not gonna hold you. The way they did my mans like that, it makes zero sense. One, you robbed this nigga of a win against Naruto. Did not like that shit. I'm sorry. I will always fight that Neji should have fucking won against Naruto. Don't care. Two, I know Kishimoto had a plan to like kill Neji and Rock Lee off after the Sasuke Retrieval arc. You should have, dog. That would have been a better go out and a better send out than you did in Shippuden, dog. I promise you, because the way that he was fighting his ass off against the Sound 5 and still won, and you just had him against a tree, you know, bleeding out and shit like that, that would have been a better send off for my nigga Neji. Like, that shit was cool. Like, Neji's still one of my favorite characters from the show and all, but like, how you carried that shit over in Shippuden, he barely did anything, and then when it's time for the war arc, he died by getting a piece of lumber put through his fucking chest. That shit makes me so sad. Like, he did not deserve that. He could have got a better send off just from Naruto, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I still love the show. It's still my favorite anime, but they should have got done better. And Rock Lee, same situation. If you would have said he would have died after the Gaara fight, I would have accepted that. If you would have said he would have died after the Kimimaro arc, I mean like after he fought Kimimaro, I would have been okay with that. But like, after that, there was nothing. There's legit nothing with Lee until the war arc, and even the war arc, not really. That was not really much shit, so justice for them, dog, because they really got done dirty in Shippuden. Next one's gonna be a little short one because it's Star and Stripe from My Hero Academia. She's a cold character, and they off her so fast. They off her so fast, bro. Like, she had one of the probably most broken powers in that damn show, but like, written as the way it was right there, I feel like you could have just took her and put her like when it was like the war against villains versus heroes, and still would have ran that whole fight again, and it would have been better. Because I feel like that's how you could have progressed the story, where, you know, she was taking all of this nigga's quirks during that whole war part, and she would have still got the clean send off the way she did. But like, how you gonna bring her in, be something so fucking cool, knowing that she was like All Might's protege, and then just off her that fast? That shit blows me. Like, she was a tough character, and y'all just said, fuck it, you gonna get a smooth like 1.5 episodes of her, and that's all you get. Fuck, that sucks, bro. Justice for Star Stripe. Alright, these next ones are just a bunch of comic book characters, so I'm gonna kind of speed blitz it so I'm not here all day. So, here we go. Martian Manhunter. I hate that Cyborg took this nigga's spot in the Justice League. I do not think Cyborg is to belong in the Justice League. I feel like that's just like throwing a freshman, telling them to sit with like the super seniors. That shit is annoying. I don't fucking like that shit. Y'all could have expanded on Martian Manhunter's character development. Y'all could have did more with this nigga. Like, I know a lot of y'all were introduced to that shit with the DCAU and shit like that, but like, damn, you know how quickly they fucking just like change that shit up immediately and have a Teen Titan replace his ass out of all things. All y'all had to do was just expand upon Martian Manhunter. That is it. Not just say, nah, let's just replace him. Nigga! And I'm like, oh my god, that shit is annoying. Next is the Flash. Only because I know they like to fuck speedsters like all the time, but like the Flash, it just seems like he's just like enemy number one when it comes to like fucking over speedsters. The Injustice movie that they did, I didn't really like it, but like they offed that nigga so early. He didn't even die in that storyline, so I was so confused. Two, y'all remember when Superman crunched this nigga's leg during Teen Titans vs. Justice League?
Barry, if you can hear me in there. Sorry. How long will it take you to heal?
Oh my god, an hour? Also, seriously?
You've got 10 minutes.
Dog, that was shit so fucking dirty. Or how they killed off Kid Flash and, in Young Justice, they just off Wally, making him super slow when he's the fastest one. But like, in that show, that nigga is slow. Bruh, like, oh my god. It's just like anything that deals with speedsters. And no, I'm not even gonna bring up the DCU with fucking Ezra Miller running like he's Bambi on skates. I can't. I can't. They just stop fucking the Flash. Just stop homing the speedsters in general, but like the Flash is like the most recognizable speedster, and y'all just find a way to just home as soon as he comes off the comic book pages, put him on screen every single time. Next, we have two members from the Bat family, Red Hood and Tim Drake. Red Hood is just because how they be doing my nigga like dirty. If anybody from the Bat family is gonna die, it literally has to be this nigga first. Every single time. This is how he became the Red Hood. In one iteration, his mom set him up to, basically lead him to where Joker was and got captured and tortured. And ironically, she got captured along with Jason after she just watched him get his shit beat in. Then he tried to save her and they both blew up. Look at that shit. Or, if you saw the movie, how the movie just starts off how he was just getting his shit beat in by the Joker and then got blown up. Ironically, and then out of all that, you get revived by, again, a Batman villain. And then come to find out that Joker's still alive. Jason's just like a walking like mental case waiting to explode. And then he does have a beef with like Batman for a little bit. But like, still though, how do you want to get blown the fuck up, revived, find out that your fucking murderer is still walking around, and then their father figure didn't put some nigga in the dirt like that? I get it. I see why the nigga was so mad for so long and wanted to use guns and all that shit, but like, hey, justice for my nigga Red Hood. And on top of that, the writers never know what to do or how to write like Jason ever. Because if it's not under the Red Hood, they just rinse and repeat. They don't know how to write this nigga ever. But Tim Drake is another victim of the Bat family, bruh. Tim is smart. He figured out who Batman and Nightwing was. And he approached Bruce saying like, yo, you need a Robin because you going out here being on some nut shit, just beating the dog shit out of everybody out of anger that you lost Jason. Tim is a good fucking Robin. Smart as fuck. He got good combat skills. And some iterations, he's like a super athlete in fucking high school. And on top of that, he's probably arguably the best detective out of the Bat family. And yet, this nigga's always seemed to be forgotten out of the Bat family. Literally, it's always to use Nightwing or to go to Damian. And if some cases, they'll go to like Jason, but they gotta off him next. But they'll even go to Batgirl before they even reference Tim. Like the only time they showed like Tim is in Young Justice. And I'm just like, nigga. And even he didn't get like that much shine in there outside of like season 2. So like, why have him have all these nice accolades and then all of a sudden, fuck him. Like, I generally forget about Tim Drake. That sucks. Cause he's arguably the second best Robin. Actually, it's not arguably. He is the second best Robin out of like the whole Bat family. But like, damn. I just hate how they just forget my nigga Tim Drake. And just justice for my nigga, both Red Hood and Tim, because y'all just be getting hoed the most out of the Bat family, and I don't know why. Next on the list is Wonder Woman. Yes, I said Wonder Woman, right? Yes, she's part of the Trinity of the DC, and yet she gets hoed the most. She doesn't get as much exposure as, Bats, who got like 20 fucking films and like animated shit. Same with Superman. But if I saw this chart, and you can see that there's like literally minimal effort putting into exposure for Wonder Woman compared to the other two. And that is disgraceful. Her 2 animated movies were cool. They were fire. Like, and she has one other show, but like, the shit with Gal Gadot, the first movie was cool, but the second one was fucking hot garbage. I don't know why. Who the fuck made that shit? You deserve jail time, honestly speaking. But like, this least amount of exposure of Wonder Woman is kind of disrespectful, even though you put her in the fucking Trinity where she belongs. It's warranted that she belongs to the Trinity. But like, if you go to anybody out there, just a random nigga, ask who's in Wonder Woman's like rogue gallery, they'll probably say Cheetah. And that's it. But if you ask Batman's or Superman's rogue gallery, they can pump out like 6 of them comfortably. That's the bullshit I'm be talking about. And the worst thing they probably did with Wonder Woman was in Shazam 2, they basically made her a sex symbol. Like basically making her being Billy's little wet dream the entire time. The entire movie, that's all that nigga just wanted it, was just to be with Wonder Woman.
Hey, you know, just because your father's power is surging through me, that doesn't technically make us related, you know? And I'm gonna be 18 in like 5 months, so...
Stick to saving the world, kid.
Really, nigga?
It's so annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was so annoying to watch. And y'all just gotta do better behind like Wonder Woman. And then like, and then her being like basically a bot, going from like soups to bats to that pilot guy. It's just like, make up y'all fucking mind, dog. She's more than just a woman that's fine and a superhero. That bitch is a badass that can hold her own and can fucking catch bodies all around. So, justice for Wonder Woman. Lastly for this whole little comic book run is Aquaman. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. They really just hold my nigga, dog. Because every time you bring up Aquaman, everybody's gonna say, it's just a nigga who can talk to fish. And you know, he did a little that shit is so ass. Like, I hate that shit. Like, he can hold his own, my nigga. He's not just a nigga who just only talks to fish. He can do way more than just that. But, like, nigga will never be seen past it just because of Robot Chicken and Family Guy. Like, they all made jokes about this nigga the entire time. And there's nothing anybody can do. Like, it's the film's there. That's 2 decades worth of film just right there. And no one's just gonna ever forget that shit. And that's how Aquaman is depicted. They tried their very best to like make this nigga cool. It never works. Like, it doesn't matter. You can have Jason Momoa. You can have all these cool iterations, like illustrations and shit like that. You're from Injustice, Young Justice, Justice League Unlimited, which a lot of people probably saw with a hook and shit, which he was tough. But it doesn't matter, because he's always just gonna be the nigga, I'm just a fish in water who can talk to fish underwater. Well, I lied. So, Darwin from the X-Men movie, right? X-Men First Class. This had to be the most disrespectful iteration of Darwin I've ever saw in my life. This nigga, bro, whole power is adapting. And you tell me he couldn't adapt to it in a fucking explosion? And then how this nigga really captured that explosion and put in his mouth on some adapt to this.
Adapt to this.
Really, nigga?
Nigga, what? Like, who came up with that shit? That's gotta be racist. Because I swear to God, like, that whole shit was the dumbest thing I've ever saw. He adapted to Havoc's fucking kinetic blast when he shot it out there. But, like, no, he couldn't just ingest it and adapt to it. This nigga went through the whole progression of trying to adapt to it and he just died like that. Man. That was so fucked up. Justice for fucking Darwin, dog. Next on the list is Noelle. Yeah, so Noelle has just terrible siblings, all because she looks like her mom. Her mom died giving birth to her, and so they all hated her for that bullshit. On top of that, she couldn't really control her powers. Damn, nigga, like, she can't control being birthed by her mom because she's being birthed, and y'all fucking hate her for that shit. Noelle just, like, dogged on her shit just because, yo, you killed my mom because you fucking was born, like, she gave birth to you and she died. Bitch! That's just fate, nigga. Like, you can't control that shit. And then her other siblings, like, took it a step too far by actually physically abusing her and emotionally abusing her. I'm just like, dog, let it be, bro. Let it be. And then, to make matters worse, Noelle legitimately was trying her best to do everything to impress her siblings and to show that she's not useless, that she's not weak, that she's, like, inherits their family name and, like, yeah, I'm just as good as y'all niggas and with all that. But, like, it took all the way to where she got the Valkyrie armor to finally show that she's that bitch, at least in Nozelle's eyes. But in the manga, it was, like, way later for the other two to come around. So, justice for Noelle, dog, because it's not fair. It's legit not fucking fair. Next on the list is my nigga Kakashi. Don't really need to go much into this because y'all all seen this nigga's backstory, but, like, Your dad gave himself the game over screen. Your best friend died on your very first mission as captain. Your other best friend jumped in front of your Chidori. You get probably one of the most dysfunctional damn teams to lead ever. And then one becomes a rogue ninja. The other, you know, is very determined, but like you can see the pain in this nigga's eyes. Your dead man's ain't really dead, and you see him in the fucking war, and you have to go fight him again, try to put him in the dirt. Yeah, that's just a little bit of shit. Like, Kakashi had a very fucked up life, so I don't have to go like too into details, but just know Kakashi needs like a hug and a lot of therapy. Justice for my nigga Kakashi. And last on this list, it is Yamcha. Yamcha is legitly the meme of the fucking anime community, dog. Just from that creator scene alone. It is so fucked up how they be doing my man's Yamcha like that, dog. Not only that, he lost to the Cybermen, and it became a joke immediately after that. 2, you got your bitch stolen by the ops that became a Z fighter afterwards. And then, yeah, got totally forgotten for the tournament of power because it was like, oh, they're probably just gonna come ask you later, you know, and be the last man up there.
Taking them so long.
Oh, they're probably just saving the best for last.
Yeah.
Nah, my G. You good. You good. You got your shit hand put through you during the damn Android/Cell saga. Yeah, it's not cool. And Majin Buu was about to come murk your ass in heaven. Like, there was just no way Yamcha was gonna stop taking a fucking L. And to make matters worse, just to put, you know, the cherry on top, this niggas in Japan make a whole statue of Yamcha's L. I don't think y'all like people are listening to me, dog. They made a whole statue of Yamcha's L. Leave that man alone, dog. He's already had it enough. So like obviously, you can argue that Yamcha is probably the worst, like the most hated anime character ever, maybe outside of soccer, but like, dog, no one else got a statue of their biggest L, and it had to be Yamcha, dog. That is so fucking sad. Leave that man alone. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share to everybody know. And to follow us down the socials down below, and comment down below what character deserves better. Cause y'all ain't doing the last one, but like, I want to hear what y'all got on this one. So let me hear in the comments below. It's your boy Easy. Till next time, y'all.
I ain't never been the same, baby.